Alright folks, the Irish Superman Marcus Doyle here. Last week you debuted here at UWC Online. Didn't really pan out the way you said it would. You ended up getting beaten by the Dragons or Joey O'Reilly. Alright, but that was last week. Now here tonight you've drawn the card of a big challenge. You've got Jason V.
Well, it's true. I lost to Joey O'Reilly last week. And I've heard a lot about Jason V. I come into UWC and I hear a lot about Jason V. And when I think about Jason V, I want to ask him, Jason, where were you today? Because to me, I was where I am every single day. I was in the gym. And from the looks of you, you were at the buffet. And just like every other typical American, he was taking more than his fill, more than he deserves, while people like me have to scratch and claw for everything that they have. Well, guess what? This week, I take my fill. I stake my claim at UWC when I beat a former UWC champion in Jason V.
Alright Travis, Weir had to run to the bathroom. Let's get you to the Vintage Villain recap of the week.
That's alright. You don't have any faith in it. I understand. Tonight, I get a title shot. Not the title shot.
Going for a hit. Right to the end. Huge clothesline. Frank Wyatt retains.
With our matchup here between Jason V and Marcus Doyle. Jason V, he's been really conflicted as of late, to say the least.
Jason V took on Hunter Dirge as Cecil of Greatness, and by far an amazing match.
What a match it was. Unfortunately, he was not able to come away with the victory. And here we go with this matchup.
I'm just glad he stopped listening to Jimmy Carrick.
I'm under the impression that if he would have listened to Jimmy Carrick, he would have walked away with the title. Be that as it may, he doesn't have it, and right now, Marcus Doyle in control of the match.
Jason V,
hammerlock.
Marcus Doyle's just playing with him. I mean, Jason V's a former two-time UWC champion. You don't just foil around with that. Nice standing switch right there. Couple squats, little switch. He's been doing his yoga. Nice arm there. Oh, nice. Ow. Bony legs make for hard kicks.
Oh, he's really utilizing those kicks. Now he's just pulling on the arm of Jason V.
Look at how he's using the point of the toe right below the ear.
Putting pressure on the head and the arm. Jason V rolling over into it.
Sushi roll up to the chin lock. I taught him that. Nice standing headlock. Oh.
Standing switch.
This right here is pure athletic wrestling.
Breaking out of it, another standing switch. Jason V breaking the grip. Going down.
Oh, there's a roll up.
Kicking out of it. Do another standing headlock. Some nice technical skill. And he's just rubbing the head of Marcus Doyle.
You just said you're doing good, little buddy.
Jason V having some fun in the ring. Big shoulder block. Round of applause.
Ducks that line there. Ducks the second line.
Just keeps ducking him now.
I think Doyle's blown up.
Doyle seems a little winded. He wants a timeout.
Jason B saying pump the brakes, he needs a timeout. And he could have pulled, Doyle could have pulled a hamstring, I don't know.
He very could have. This is,
He's new to us, so how about we tell him a joke?
Jason B will tell jokes, it's going to be awesome.
I'm here to beat you down!
Jason V wanting to tell Marcus Doyle a joke.
This is classic Jason B.
It's a knock-knock joke.
Drop kick!
Oh, a standing drop kick!
Drop kick, you!
Marcus Doyle obviously not ready for the offense of Jason V. Trying to recuperate outside the ring. Maybe
Doyle thinks since the NFL used one timeout, thinks he has 2 remaining, calling for another one.
squeezing the head.
That middle rope went right across the throat and chest area of Jason Vick. Modified Shining Wizard.
Kicked him right in the back of the head. Got a cover now. 2 count. Jason V gets the shoulder up.
The Shining Wizard's a very devastating move because the knee hits you right in the forehead while the foot will kick you right in the back of the head at the same time. It's almost like a double penetration right to the head. Ouch.
Marcus Doyle putting Jason V back into the corner.
You know, we saw earlier Dynamite came in a small package with the littlest Viking. Maybe Doyle's another one that you cannot overlook, these smaller superstars. Look at that, just wiping their feet, kicking Jason V.
Marcus Doyle keeping up the offense. Gave him a little bit of a break there. I don't know if that was too smart. Putting him up against the ropes. Switch for a standing drop kick. Jason V hooked the ropes. Rolled him up. 2 count. Marcus Doyle getting the shoulder up.
The win for an attempted guillotine.
What a DDT. Planted him right on the top of the head.
What an impressive DDT. I thought he was going for an attempted guillotine choke.
Ended up planting Jason V right down onto the mat. Jason V, of course, a former UWC heavyweight champion.
Former two-time. Shout out.
Marcus Doyle got him around the head and neck, and Jason V's fighting out of it.
Jason V's got to watch that knee. There you see, underneath that knee pad is a big bandage on his left knee that he injured in a dive outside the ring. Nice shot there. What's this? Elbow!
Big elbow to the chest.
Did he call for it? Oh, big hammer. Second hammer. It's hammer time. Oh, can we see it? Can we see it? Crocodile twist.
Jason V really on a roll. Running, big splash. Coming back at Marcus Doyle. Another splash.
Those are side splashes and they can do a lot of,
Marcus Doyle got the knee
there,
up.
Point of the toe to the gut, top of the knee to the face. Diving punch right there. Can we see another one? He's winding it up, he's calling for it.
Goes for it. What a big boot.
1, 2, 3.
That's all she wrote. Jason V with a huge boot out of the corner.
Going for that Irish Superman punch, he was denied.
Took a big boot to the face. Jason V picks up the victory.
have fallen before me. Kyle, Sourdough, James, whatever you want to call yourself these days. I had you in the grip of my hand, and when you stared up at me with those sad, dumb eyes, I could have taken you and destroyed you. But you are nothing more than a symptom to the disease that runs through this company. But you know what? The doctor's orders are in, and the cure will be found very soon. Because number 5, you are one of the biggest testaments in this company to show what these other cartoon characters and all these comic book heroes want to be. You've met me before. You stared eye to eye with me. But this time, I will be the villain of this story.
There is some business I have to do that I was supposed to do last week, but as of now, we have a new Horizon Cup champion. I know, but we do have a new one, and right now I do have to relinquish the 2013 Horizon Cup championship. And Johnstone, that's why I'm here. I don't want to get rid of it, but this took me to the next stage of my career. Let's see where my journey goes from here. So at this time, Johnstone, there you go, buddy.
You know, you came out here about a year ago and you won your trophy. And not long ago, and then a year later, Blake Green comes out and wins his trophy. But you see, Travis, where you failed at being a Horizon Cup champion, where you dropped the ball, Blake is going to use that as his launching point. But don't worry, Blake Reed is used to your failures because he carried you for years as one half of the Windy City Saints. Let's not forget that year-long tag team title run that was thanks to Blake Reed, not to mention all of the different tag team title runs that you had in other companies because of him. If it wasn't for Blake Reed, you wouldn't even be here. First of all, let's get that out of the way. If it wasn't for Blake Reed, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be standing here tonight. There'd be 2 former heavyweight champions here to have this. I wouldn't be standing here today in this ring without him. Who got all the pinfalls? Who drove all the vehicles? I did. Let's just face it. I think Dickie's just jealous because mine's bigger. You know, Travis, you bring up that you beat 2 former champions. Blake Green's a former champion. What have you accomplished? The last good thing that you did was win that trophy. You're a failure, Travis. That's what you are. You're a failure. You have to go home every day and look at Lacey and the kids and say, I just don't have what it takes. You gotta go home and look at little Madison and Brooklyn, knowing that deep down they wish Uncle Blake was their real dad.
Blake Reed attacking Travis Weir here in the ring. Travis Weir went down there to relinquish his 2013 Horizon Cup Championship. Blake Reed and Dickie Wabash coming out here to kind of rain on his parade as if he already wasn't having a hard enough time giving it up. Just a vicious attack now by Blake Reed.
Look at what this is. Travis Weir down with Blake Reed standing on top, per usual.
gentlemen, there is your 2014 Horizon Cup champion. Blake Reed just stomping now on Travis Weir.
Well, I'm standing by here with Jimmy Carrick, and of course, Carrick, over the last several weeks, you've had some sort of this master plan that had to deal with somehow getting to Jason V, getting to his psyche, and getting him to be the one to take the title off of Harker Dirge. Of course, that backfired, Ascension to Greatness. Your plan last week, interrupting the two of them having their meeting of the minds, backfired once again. I mean, what is going through your head? What has snapped in there, man?
What has snapped in my head? What has snapped? Why do I continue to torture myself? Well, let's see. See, I'm not actually torturing myself. I'm torturing Harker, and there's a damn good reason for that. See, Harker seems to think that this is just all games. Like, it's just all simple, building to a conclusion games, and that's not the way I work. Well, and you're still on move 3 or 4, I'm on move 7 and 8. 1 step, 2 steps, 7 steps ahead of you at all times. And Harker doesn't seem to realize this. You see, Harker seems to think that it's as simple as holding on to his title against Jason V, and it's not. I wanted the title off Harker Dirge. Why? Why did I want the belt off Harker Dirge? That's the question on everybody's mind. Why did I want the title off of Harker Dirge? Well, let me spell it out for you, okay? There are people that get overlooked. Quite simply put, there are people in this business that get overlooked for no reason. There are people that are incredibly talented that get overlooked. There are some people that are, say, I don't know, maybe even 7-month reigning UWC heavyweight champions in the past. Hi, how you doing? That's me! That get overlooked. Why do they get overlooked? When's the last time I had a title shot, huh? Cecil runs around here, running his mouth, bitching and moaning about how he had his title shot and he lost it. Guess what? You were a transitional champion! That's all you'll ever be. So we move on. Why am I torturing myself? Why am I trying to torture Harker Dirge? Well, you see, I'm sick of being overlooked. I'm sick and tired of getting people to do my dirty work for me. I got in Jason V's head. I thought he had the vicious edge because he brought it out on me. I thought he had what it took to take the title off Harker Dirge so that everybody else could get their shot because Jason V is a fair man. Bottom line, Jason V is a fair man. I'm sick to death of Harker Dirge walking into places and getting everything he wants just because he's been around since the beginning of professional wrestling itself. I'm sick to death. John Stone. So when Jason V won the title, I know he was going to give everybody a shot. I know I was going to get my shot because I was knocking on his door as it was. But that didn't happen, and you know what? Maybe that's exactly what I needed. Sometimes, as the old adage goes, to do something right, you have to do it yourself. So Harker, John Stone, Harker is simply next in line. Harker Dirge shouldn't have taken the bullet for Jason V. This isn't something I wanted. I didn't want to get Harker. I didn't want to face Harker, but now it is something that I have to do. And the only thing left for me to do is man up and do it. Harker, your days as champion are numbered. Your title reign comes to a close, and you might as well count them on one hand. Because once you count it down, once the sand ticks out, it's all over but the 3 count. And I will be UWC heavyweight champion.
And there's the bell. Mark Vandy taking it to Dexter Schwartz. Vicious shots. Some hard shots from Mark Vandy. There they go again. Just putting him on with Matt. Dexter Schwartz just choking Mark Vandy. Putting Mark Vandy on the ropes now. Choking him again. Choking, and Dexter Schwartz is just choking Mark Vandy. Just taking all that oxygen out. Frank Wyatt tagging himself in. Mark Vandy scrambling over the corner, tagging in Cecil Cerveza. Dexter Schwartz, oddball that he is, just choking the life out of Mark Vandy until Frank Wyatt tagged himself in. Now big forearm shot. Looks like he's making the big man mad, a big chop. Frank Wyatt with a huge chop, sending down Cecil Cerveza down to the mat. Big elbow to the top of the head. Stinging left shot to the jaw. Another jab. Another left. Frank Wyatt. Bionic elbow to the top of the head. I am being joined here in the booth by my broadcasting partner, John Stone.
I'm sorry I'm late. I was backstage trying to figure out what was going on with Travis Weir, get an update on his condition, and right now we really don't know anything. I mean,
viciously attacked by Blake Reed after surrendering his Horizon Cup championship. Dickie Wabash had some choice words for Travis Weir.
yeah, and I got some. I'm sorry. I know it's supposed to be biased, but I got some choice words for Dickie Wabash. Can't be said on the air though.
An odd bit of teamwork seems to work though. 2 counts. Seems Cerveza getting his shoulder up.
The neck vice applied.
Even I can't condone the words spoken by Dickie Wabash.
Of course, Dickie Wabash absent out here tonight with his other charge, Cecil Cerveza.
Mark Vandy saving the matchup for his tag team there. Bit of a running senton. Dexter Schwartz with the cover. The 2 count, just getting the shoulder up again.
You remember that this match all came about because of events that happened last week on UWC Online.
Right, Dexter Schwartz being attacked by Mark Vandy. Mark Vandy calling out Frank Wyatt while asking, "You shall receive." Frank Wyatt came out to save.
Oh, look at that!
Mark Vandy just shoving Dexter Schwartz off of the turnbuckle. Big clothesline coming out of the corner.
He could have it right here.
2 count, just getting the shoulder up.
I'll tell you, you saw the Viking War Party out here earlier.
What a match.
Crazy they were. You went backstage with me just a little bit ago and I had to try and conduct an interview with the War Party, and they came across Frank Wyatt and Dexter Schwartz. Everybody at home just saw what happened to me.
What an interview that must have been if they had half the energy they had out of the ring as they did in. Cecil Cerveza choking Dexter Schwartz. Dexter Schwartz, no stranger to choking. That's all he did the first part of the match. He was just choking Mark Vandy all around the ring.
Oh, look at Dexter now trying to fight back.
Big elbow in the back of the head. Another one, this one to the side. Pin attempt, 1-2, near fall. Dexter Schwartz trying to make it to Frank Wyatt. Mark Vandy not letting him, dragging him back over to their corner. Cecil Cerveza and Mark Vandy making a pretty good tag team right now. They're smart tag team wrestling, frequent tags, keeping Dexter Schwartz over in their corner.
Well, it seems like Vandy's the type of guy that has the ability to work with anybody. I mean, you remember exactly what happened in Eliminator back in Ascension to Greatness with him and Alex Vaso making a makeshift team during that match.
Seemed to work for them too, except for at the end where Frank Wyatt came out as the first ever UWC Online champion. Mark Vandy, though, back to him. He's been really impressing me here lately with his in-ring work. Proven himself to be quite the ring general.
Bounce off the ropes there.
Setting the knee right across the throat.
Cecil Cerveza, this has not been the best year for him that he thought it was going to be. Like he ended last year.
He started off really strong, and it's just kind of gone downhill for him.
Wait a second.
Dexter Schwartz really starting to feel it. Big right hand. Another big right
coming out.
Another big right. More right hands. He's going for the tag.
Wait a second. Rolls him up into a pin. No, he doesn't hold on. Oh!
Kick right to the side of the head. Sean Wright in position, 2 count. Frank Wyatt coming in. Just got tired of it, I guess.
Frank Wyatt and Dexter Schwartz made their way out to the ring wearing the brand new Frank Wyatt t-shirts on sale now.
Mark Vandy in the ring now. Kneeing Dexter Schwartz, now stomping him.
But nobody is denying the type of skill that Mark Vandy has. But the simple fact is, he loves to put the cart before the horse. He loves to go out there, say he's going to do something before he's even proven that he can.
Well, you got to admire the confidence. I mean, confidence is it's an important thing, especially here in the UWC. You got to have confidence, and Mark Vandy's got it in spades. But he's been backing it up too.
Yes, but confidence can only get you so far.
That is true. With a tag, and here comes Cecil Cerveza. Dexter Schwartz trying to fight back.
Oh, look, there's Vandy cutting off Frank Wyatt.
Just a couple of big, hard rights. Now baiting him into the ring. Here comes Frank Wyatt. Referee Sean Rive trying to...
Wait a minute.
Zip him down. 1, 2, out of kick out.
Kicks out of the blue thunderbomb.
Frank Wyatt just stomping on Cecil Cerveza. Sean Rive trying to get him out of the ring.
Wyatt is not the legal man. He had the opportunity to get the tag, but he wasn't there.
Dexter Schwartz went for the tag, but he wasn't there to make it. Mark Vandy gets the tag, picking up Dexter Schwartz now. Pulling him up by the hair. Jawbreaker.
Well, this could be his opportunity right now. Just run back and get the tag to his partner. Look at Cecil, though.
Vandy just tagged in Cecil. Cecil's got him by the waist.
Could be going for that German suplex.
Another jawbreaker trying to get the tag. He got it.
Here comes the big man.
Frank Wyatt in the ring.
Oh!
Big body splash.
The rolling Wyatt.
Mark Vandy kicking at Frank Wyatt. Big elbow from Frank Wyatt. Big shoulder block takedown. Here comes Mark Vandy's in the ring.
Oh, Vandy wanted to sneak up on him. Gut wrench into a suplex.
Mark Vandy getting back out of the ring.
Dexter has not even been able to get out of the ring. He's been sitting in that corner.
Dexter's taking a lot of punishment in this match. Frank Wyatt picking Dexter Schwartz up.
Little double team tactics here.
Walking over Cecil.
Oh!
He just Samoan dropped him right onto Cecil. There's the cover. Frank Wyatt with the help of Dexter Schwartz picking up the victory against Cecil.
What kind of action have we seen here tonight? What a match we just saw. Frank Wyatt, Dexter Schwartz winning their matchup against Mark Vandy and Cecil Cerveza. Bit of a weird tag team they made, but it worked out for them. Exactly, and of course we talk about tag team. That stuff we saw here tonight with Rough Cut and the Viking War Party. I don't even want to remember. I was caught in the middle of that. Yeah, you were. Rough Cut successfully defending their UWC tag titles against the debuting Viking War Party. What chaos, the spectacle that was. I can't even wrap my head around it. There were chairs to the eye, right? There were chairs, there were spikes, there were chains, there were horns. It was crazy. What a crazy matchup we saw. Speaking of other craziness, we had Jason V in action tonight. He seems to have a little bit more pep in his step. Oh yeah. I think he's finally realized exactly the error of his ways. I think he's finally ready to come back around and be the Jason V we know and love. He doesn't have to worry about Jimmy Carrick being in his ear anymore. He doesn't have to worry about proving himself against Harker Dirge. It's time to once again be the man that he always knew that he could be. Speaking of Jimmy Carrick, he was in action tonight, and Powder Keg doesn't even begin to describe that man. Yeah, it's once again, it's always unnerving being next to the man. Oh, that about wraps it up here. That does it for us here at the Battlezone, and I think you owe me a slice of pizza. Let's go get you that slice of pizza. Yeah, you owe me a slice of pizza and maybe about 4 or 5 more. Until next time, folks, enjoy the rest of your night.